16-12 overall for Tad Boyle's team. Here at Gorgeous for Tina Center. And off we go. Bengat Dak wins the tip. Barrington Hargress controls for Colorado. He's been their most consistent player. Works it to the corner on this young team. Jalen Holland, Dak, Ronchik join the starting five for Tad Boyle.
Well, you can see on this first possession for Houston, as Tugler swarms to the basketball and gets the block shot. But Hargress coming off those pick and rolls, they're putting two guys on the ball, blitzing those pick and rolls, trying to get it out of it, get out of his hand early and often.
Anytime you go up against Houston, that's one of the keys. Can you take care of the basketball? Colorado's done that pretty well this year. Did have 17 turnovers last time out on Wednesday.
But the key in that, Johnson and Hargress both took care of the basketball at a high level. They only had two in between them, and then a great flash right there by Dak to get the layup.
Check out the starters for Kelvin Sampson. Flemings and Sinacker, the blue chip freshmen. Sharp and Uzan, the steady seniors. And then JoJo Tugler, like we've already seen. The defensive menace. Here he is on the block. The junior going to work. Couldn't finish over Dak. And that commits a foul on Hargress.
So one thing that we watch for Houston, you asked in the open about, how can they get better and improve after those three losses. They really wanted to just tighten things up on the offensive end of the floor. Okay, and they worked on a lot of ball and player movement yesterday. They want to get back to that. That's their Houston Cougar, Kelvin Sampson type basketball.
Came up empty first possession. Now the Buffalo's starters, Ronchik and Dak, they average double figures, just like Johnson and Hargress, the UC Riverside transfer at 14 a game. Dak at 7 feet, kicked it out for Hargress. A paint touch, and Johnson knocks down a three.
How about the patience by the Buffaloes right there? Because the Cougars did an excellent job rotating multiple times and multiple efforts, but Hargress touches the paint. Johnson relocates to the left side and gets the nice drive and kick three.
He's a freshman from Los Angeles, coming off a complete game. Only had 2 turnovers, to your point, against Kansas State. Sinak has not shot it great recently, and a foul on the rebounding action underneath, drawn by Tugler. Yeah, Kelvin Sampson said this, I'm not overreacting, but he does want to change things offensively, be more free, and like you were saying, have better spacing.
Yeah, and when we say be more free, he wants to really play within the first 10 seconds of the shot clock. Wants his guys to push the pace, more tempo, more early offense.
Coming off just a gauntlet of a schedule. Last Monday at number 6, Iowa State. Saturday of last weekend here at home against number 4, Arizona. And then Big Monday at a place Bill Self never loses on Big Monday in Lawrence, 69-56. On the baseline, out of bounds, Emmanuel Sharp too strong. Tugler the offensive rebound.
There's where the Cougars hurt you. You get the stop on the initial shot, but they are all over the glass. And there's another one. Sinak keeps it alive.
And he kicks it out for Milos Uzan.
There's a big concern for Coach Boyle when we talk to him pregame.
Uzan on the drive on Johnson.
So there's the thing. If you're Colorado, you get 2 stops on that possession, but that's too many opportunities for the Cougars, and they make you pay.
Hargress took it back. Bengat Dak stays patient, scores it and a foul.
Just a little bit of miscommunication by the Cougars on the outlet. And then how about Bengat Dak? Okay, here's the outlet. Hargress gets the turnover, gets his eyes up right away, and then Bengat Dak, just the pivot and the jump stop helps him stay on balance, play through the contact, and finish that shot for the M1 opportunity.
And it draws a second foul on JoJo Tugler. 2 minutes and 9 seconds into this game, and Kelvin Sampson, historically, according to KenPom, very strict. If you pick up 2 in the first half, you're coming to the bench. Khalifa Sacco checks in to replace Tugler, and Dak completes a 3-point play. Bengat Dak's had some high-scoring games recently at BYU, 15-7. Last Saturday, Oklahoma State, 17-7, and he's got 5 of the 8 for the Buffs. Shot clock at 7 for Sinak. Ronchik didn't bite. 4 on the timer for Kingston. Flemings into the corner. Lost his footing and a shot clock violation. forced by Colorado.
Ronchik did an excellent job defensively on that possession. First, the one-on-one defense against Sinak. He stayed down, he stayed physical, and he was disciplined on that. And then he blitzed the pick and roll, moved his feet. Coach Boyle told us that this morning, how much better he has gotten defensively over time, especially this season.
A couple weekends ago, they really liked his defense against A.J. Dibatsa. Here's Ronchik underneath, and he lays it in. What a start for Colorado. Up by 8 in the first 3 minutes here on number 5, Houston.
Great job of clearing out the help because they know that Houston's going to blitz these ball screens. And they took away the help side defender there. That's why Ronchik was wide open. And there you see Uzan with the answer with the three-point shot.
Milos Uzan has all 5, senior from Las Vegas. Quickly back the other way. Houston off to takeaway. Flemings to the corner. And Uzan will back it out.
This is what they worked on right here, playing through the 5-man at the top of the key and then getting into their cutting and screening action.
Sinak flash, and he gets the roll. 6'11" freshman, was number 6 in our ESPN 100, and he is 15th on our ESPN NBA Draft Big Board.
That was their best offensive possession. That is the exact mirror of what they worked on for about 20 minutes in practice yesterday.
And now they force a Hargress turnover. Tad Boyle's team coming off that win against Kansas State, but he wasn't thrilled with it. They led by as many as 22 points at one point, and then Kansas State got it down to 3 with 2 minutes to go. And yet, despite that, he says this team is getting better, the defense is ascending, and this group all of a sudden 6-9 in conference.
Yeah, and that's one thing you want to see if you're Tad Boyle and the Colorado Buffaloes. The staff is getting better. This is a young team. They're playing 7 freshmen in their rotation. That's unlike anybody else really in the country in these times with the portal.
Tough shot there for Sharp, wouldn't go, and then a foul on the boards on Colorado. Fast start to this one for Colorado here on the road at Fertitta Center. The lead is 3 for Sebastian Ronchik and the Buffaloes. Middle of some very good offensive action.
Yeah, this is really good stuff by the Buffaloes. Okay, watch as they run this play. So one thing that Houston does is that they're going to hard hedge on ball screens or hard show right there. Sinak gets out. But watch this. They start clearing out Bengat Dak to take away the help. Sacco was the low man. He was by the charge circle. He's supposed to be the help guy. But now they manipulated the defense. Uzan should have now been the help guy for the Houston Cougars. But that's a great set of attacking that hard hedge or blitz situation that the Houston Cougars do defensively.
Because that's what Houston does, and that's how they force so many turnovers. But there's going to be something that you can give up if the rotations are off.
Yeah, and that's what's going to happen. And so now they'll watch that play, maybe even on the bench, and Houston will have to make an adjustment to that. We'll see if Tad Boyle goes back to that cleared side pick and roll again.
Chase McCarty at the line. High effort redshirt freshman, played a lot Monday at Kansas.
So crazy story. Chase McCarty, okay, his dad, Kelly McCarty, was a great player at Southern Miss. My first job in Europe playing was in Israel, and I was teammates with his dad, Kelly McCarty. And Kelly was like just a great person. Obviously has helped turn his son into an excellent player. But Kelly helped me along my first journey moving to Israel and getting adjusted to European basketball.
We got plenty of ties today to your basketball.
There are a few. We will stay tuned. We will get to them later.
If that doesn't keep you around a little, what will? Including this guy, Isaiah Johnson, who hits a second 3.
And if anything, you should stay around to watch Isaiah Johnson play basketball. This is a high-level young player.
Looked like Emmanuel Sharp maybe got hit in the eye. So the officials stop play for a moment to check on Emmanuel Sharp. No worse for the wear. Let's have another look. Middle of the screen. Oh yeah, it takes an elbow from big Bengat Dak. So good start for Isaiah Johnson, Bengat Dak. They've combined for 11 of the 13 for Colorado. Houston sets up the offense again with that 5-man in the dribble handoff. Sharp. Kicked it up top for Fleming. Put on Josiah Sanders. Uzan got to the logo, and it rolls off. Sacco, another offensive rebound and stick back.
Again, Colorado, good initial defense, first shot defense. But you got to put bodies on bodies against this Houston team. Houston literally worked for 20 minutes about crashing the glass yesterday, multiple drills. It was one of my favorite practices that I've been to in college basketball this year.
We had dudes basically tackling each other on the practice court. 5 offensive rebounds already. Johnson kept it alive and scores it.
Isaiah Johnson, the silky smooth left-handed freshman from Campbell Hall High School in the Los Angeles area. Okay, here, attacking the big. Okay, splits the double team, gets the ball knocked out of his hand, stay with it, plays through contact. That's a young man that only weighs 170 pounds. Okay, but his dad, Chris Johnson, friend of mine, one of the best trainers, player development guys in all of basketball, works with a ton of NBA guys. Okay, and I had a chance to talk to him this morning about Isaiah and his improvement and things that he does. So his favorite players to work out with are, okay, get this list: Tyrese Maxey, Darius Garland, Chris Paul. Okay, now that doesn't suck. Okay, that's awesome for a young man to get to work out with literally the best point guards in the country. Sweet pass from there by Sharp to Sacco. But he's been exposed to pros his entire life. I asked his dad, I said, when did you really start letting him train with the pros? So he said he has a video from when he was 5 years old doing ball handling drills with DJ Augustine and Mike James. Man, that's amazing. That's amazing just to have that access. But he says most importantly that his son absorbs so much info. Like, you can go and work out, but if you're not taking the info and transferring it into your workouts and games from high school now into college, you're really not going to get anything out of it. Then I asked him, I said, what's the biggest ways that Isaiah can still improve? Because obviously he's having this great freshman season. He said Chris Paul actually talks to him a lot about his leadership and how to use his voice on and off the court. And I was like, man, that's amazing. Okay? And then the development of his body, which will come along. I mentioned he's only about 170 pounds, but he has big hands and long arms.
It's great stuff. And Isaiah Johnson off to a great start. 9 points. Saw that picture with Dwayne Wade as well. Oh yeah, Dwayne Wade's his godfather. Not bad. Johnson swirls one out. And the rebound down to Khalifa Sacco. Houston down 4. Flemings. Uzan. Got it. Early 8 for Milos Uzan. And a couple from long range.
Such a good possession by the Cougars, getting it across half court. But Flemings and Uzan playing .5 basketball. And when I say that, that means they're making extremely quick decisions with the ball once they get it, whether to pass, dribble, or shoot.
Hargress couldn't connect, and then a foul goes against Josiah Sanders of Colorado.
So watch Uzan right here. Okay, so he brings it across. Early attack. They shut down the drag screen. Flemings, quick attack right away, .5, and then Uzan spacing off the ball to make it a longer closeout for the Buffalo player. Excellent offense there by the Cougars.
And again, some early offense, too. Manuel Sharp said to us yesterday that we kind of got bogged down, starting with the last 10 minutes against Iowa State. He said then we were in quicksand against Arizona last weekend. Flemings the find. Sacco rips it away and scores it.
That was actually good help by Sanders. He was the low man there. He met Sacco, but Sacco just ripped that basketball away from him and gets the finish.
Fifth-year senior out freshman, and Houston's got its first lead. Alon McKaylee got bumped, but a traveling call and a Colorado turnover. They're 4th. And Tad Boyle just got teed up.
I think it was actually the bench. I think one of the assistants is going to get it.
I think you're right.
They felt that McKaylee got tripped. One of the assistant coaches stands up and says something to the officials. Tad Boyle had already kind of handled it. I think it was Nate Tomlinson.
I think so too.
And Nate Tomlinson, I'm watching him right now. He said, my fault, coach. And Tad Boyle.
Right there in the middle, yep.
So, I've sat in those seats as the assistant coach. you know, in college and in the NBA. And the one thing you don't want to get as an assistant coach is attack. That is not your job. You can cheer for your team and be upset with the calls, but you do not want it to. You feel as bad as anybody giving those points up.
Might have had a case, but it hurts.
Yeah,
Colorado nonetheless. A Sharp made both at the line, and you don't want to put him there. 88%. 8-0 run for Houston now, ahead by 3. Fleming so dynamic, kicked it out for Uzan. No. Tap out is run down by Fleming, who draws a foul. And Houston is as good as any team in the country at the tip-out offensive rebound.
Yeah, and I think that was Chase McCarty there, who Coach Sampson had high praise for about crashing the glass consistently every time that he comes in the game. He comes flying from the perimeter, and it's such an underrated thing. Like, the old school mentality of offensive rebounding was that if you like crash too many guys that you were going to get hurt in transition. But actually the analytics say that that's not the case.
Interesting.
If you can crash 3 or 4 guys, because actually you can stop the ball, you can almost like just press up if you don't get the rebound and stop teams from going in transition.
Sharp shot fake, can't hit. McCarty another tip out. That's 7 offensive rebounds. Sinak pays it off.
And look at McCarty's energy that he's playing with. You knew this Cougar team, after watching practice yesterday and being off since Monday, was going to come out fired up and physical.
Good cut from Holland, but it rolled out. All Houston right now. Colorado needs to stop. Fleming's head of steam. Can't stop that. Tab Boyle elects not to take a timeout. And Colorado needs a bucket. Sanders, the blue chip freshman, from the cutting. Holland again. Uzan commits the foul. And Holland will go to the free throw line when we come back. Houston worked on this for a good 20 minutes yesterday at practice, and it's paying off.
Chase McCarty just flying in, keeping that basketball alive. And the Houston Cougars.
And something that hasn't been done only one other time in the history of the AP poll. But he likes where his team's at, and he knows it's a young team, and he knows there's still a lot of development to be had.
Yeah, and the interesting thing that he said it was kind of just the scheduling of it. You know, he said we could have lost to Arizona in early January, and that would have been fine. We could have lost to Iowa State in late January. Okay, and that's two losses, and we could have lost to Kansas, you know, early in the week. But he says it gets more magnified, and why he's not overreacting, it just happens to be that it was 3 in a row, okay? And he says he knows his team still has room for improvement, and he goes, that's why we're working at it. It was good to have these 4 or 5 days of, you know, practice time and film time to get ourselves right as we're heading into March.
Sinak thought he was fouled by Dak. Colorado runs with it down by 6. Ronchik back into the game with 2 fouls. Isaiah Johnson pulls it out, and now Ronchik. Fleming's defending him. Ronchik gets fouled on his way up, and will get 2. Hey, still to come, great day of college basketball coming your way. 6 o'clock Eastern time, Alabama and Tennessee in action. Followed by another SEC matchup, number 20, Arkansas, and 7th-ranked Florida, trying to win the SEC outright with a win and a Bama loss. And then we cap the night with Gonzaga and St. Mary's final West Coast Conference regular season meeting. It is the 67th meeting between Mark Few and Randy Bennett.
All right, I have a lot of things to say on those graphics. How about Alabama? Well, I'm going to pick all 3. Okay, Alabama, 22 threes the other night. They are a machine from behind the three-point line. Florida, Boogie Flan, Xavier Lee playing their best basketball is leading that Florida charge. We know what the front line can do, and I hate conference realignment. That's, I mean, Gonzaga, St. Mary's, those are games I used to just look forward to watching late nights on the late nights. Well, it wasn't late on the West Coast where I live, but late night for you where you live in Boston. But Randy Bennett and Mark Few, two of the best to ever do it in college basketball. You hate to see that rivalry going away.
3 no dice for Ian Inman, Houston native, who's been shooting it well. In transition, Uzan got another. Third 3 for Milos Uzan.
First 5 seconds of the clock. And it's a subtle thing, but it's a big thing. Uzan sprinted to the corner. That makes it tougher to get to him in transition. And Kingston Fleming's pushing it with pace, delivers on time, on target.
Holland, corner, kick, Dak. No, Fleming's the rebound. Fleming's transition, Sacco! Kelvin Sampson wanted to get out and run a little bit. Hasn't been much defense to offense recently. Holland, a baseline drive on Mercy Miller. Jarred it free, and a held ball will give it to Houston.
Transition offense, Milos Uzan gets to the deep corner, knocks down the 3, beautiful jump shot. And then because they get the 3 on the possession before, Sacco says, I'll do my job, just run down the middle of the floor, and my point guard will have his eyes up and drops the dime for the easy dunk.
Kelvin Sampson had said to us, teams have kind of been grinding us to a halt. And for a program that plays at one of the slowest tempos in the country, just get out and get some easy offense.
Well, here's the thing. If you're the Houston Cougars and you can score, we know the defense is going to be there. Sure. This is one of the elite defenses in all of college basketball. So if you can play your game offensively in the 80s, it's going to be hard to beat this Houston team.
Milos Uzan's had a great first half. 11 points, 4 of 6 shooting, and a fine for Sinek. Five and a half minutes without a bucket for the Buffs. Runchik, shot fake, he moved it. Hargress.
The rotations are really solid.
Forced to skip it, extra pass corner, gotta get it up. Holland does not. And it's a shot clock violation, and Kelvin Sampson loves it.
Well, Milos Uzan, look, the crossover, he rejects the screen, gets into the paint. Sinek just playing there in that dunker spot. Great pass. But, man, that defensive possession right there, that was a clinic. So, like, on film tomorrow, I guarantee you they're going to show that possession. At the end of that possession, Mercy Miller guarded 2 guys at the same time, closed out to the wing, and then got back to the corner and then took away the drive. That was awesome. That was like, it gave me goosebumps. I was like coaching. That was so sweet.
Miller's had a bigger role this year off the bench. Fleming's all the way to the cup. And Tad Boyle needs a timeout. The lead's 13 for Houston. And a great answer after a slow start here at home.
Well, Kingston Fleming's just making it look easy. The quick first step, the easy lay-in. Cougars rolling.
Love language.
This is championship defense. Okay, look at that. The skip pass. Mercy Miller, that's incredible. Closes out to Ranchi, then closes out to the corner. He plays 2 guys on 1 possession, shuts off the drive. That is winning championship Houston Cougar basketball to a T. And then earlier in that possession, we didn't get to show the whole thing, but they were scrambling, rotating. You want to win at a high level, get to the Final Four, multiple efforts, playing with physicality and playing for each other, and being connected on the defensive end is how you do it.
I mean, the Buffs don't have a bucket since there was 14:34 remaining from Johnson. They've only taken 12 shots in this game. McKaylee too strong. Sacco clears it.
And let me tell you, Colorado's not running bad offense. There we go, first 5 seconds of the clock.
Mercy Miller.
Colorado's not running bad offense. It's just the Houston defense is imposing their will on them. This is the guy that has to be aggressive.
Early 9 for Isaiah Johnson. Meantime, Barrington Hargress, who's got it here, he's scoreless. He does have 4 assists. Found Dak, and Dak couldn't finish, but gets fouled.
So there's the things that'll be open, okay? When Johnson and Hargress are running pick and roll, okay, they're hard hedging or putting 2 on the ball every time. So Dak, Ronchik, McKaylee in the short roll area right around that Big 12 logo, those things will be open. And then if you can catch, if you can score it around the basket, do that, but kickouts to the baseline or the wings will be open for the Buffaloes.
Second foul, by the way, on Chris Sinak. So Chase McCarty comes back in to get him. So Tugler's got 2, and now Sinak has 2 as well for Kelvin Sampson. Got Dak, 7-footer from Lincoln, Nebraska, is good on both.
And he really continues to improve. 14 points per game over his last 3, including 2 blocks a game during that time.
That Boyle pulled Spriggan. When he's on balance, when he's not getting pushed around off his spot offensively, he's really effective. Nearly had a takeaway there. The skip for McCarty to knock down a 3.
That's just bad luck for the Buffaloes, because that was good defense by Dak. They just didn't come up with the ball, and then McCarty pays it off.
And Houston's 5 of 8 from 3-point range. Hargress is skip. Sanders and taps on a reverse.
So that's like I talked about. So instead of hitting the short roll, they skipped it across. That makes it for a long closeout. Excellent job by Sanders just attacking right away.
6'5", hard-playing rookie from Denver, who was a 4-star recruit, top player in the state in Josiah Sanders. The lead's at 15 for Houston. Fleming's a skip, and now McCarty backs it out for Fleming's late shot clock. Dak a switch. Fleming's a bounce. Sacco a jam.
I asked Coach Sampson, what do you love about Kingston Flemings? One of the first words that he says is that he has a burst. Look at that steal, those hands by Miller. But he has a burst. You saw that burst to get to the paint, and then the vision to drop that pass to Sacco.
Everything coming up Houston right now. Flemings has Dak on him again. Flemings, no look. McCarty finally let it go and airballed it. Sanders bounces for McKaylee in transition.
Good job by the Buffaloes. McKaylee running the floor. Sanders having his eyes up and delivering that pass perfectly for the lay-in.
Colorado trying to hang around within striking distance with 5+ minutes to go in this first half. Showed 2 on Sharp. He found Sacco. The cut from McCarty right down Broadway. Houston having its way offensively in this first half. Johnson around a screen. Good hands from Mercy Miller. And Mercy Miller's giving great first half minutes for the Cougars.
The defense of Mercy Miller. He was in the passing lane a couple of possessions ago. Here offensively, that big passing. The 45 cut by McCarty is just beautiful. As Sharp splits that double team, excellent offense. Cougars, man, these practice days are invaluable, okay? Like for Coach Sampson, it's just for them to get back to themselves. They're looking more like the national championship contenders today than they have, obviously, those last 3 games when they lost the 3 in a row.
Saturday, Arizona, Monday, Kansas. I mean, you don't have time even really to take a nap, much less practice in between those games.
It's all about preparation during that time.
Tugler back into the game with his 2 fouls. Couldn't score it in tight. And then McCarty saves it at this end of the floor. And another extra possession for Houston. Kelvin Sampson said at practice to his team yesterday, activity equals productivity. They've done it on the glass. 8 on the shot clock for using. Miller, baseline, too strong. Johnson, the trailer. Johnson can't hit, and Miller the rebound. Sharp got caught in between. Miller, no problem, gets fouled. And we get 2 at the line. Hey, tomorrow morning over on ESPN and also on the ESPN app, we've got the Women's College Game Day crew at TCU, 11 a.m. Eastern, to get you set for this. A rematch between number 12 Duke, Kara Lawson's team, against number 21 North Carolina at noon. Then Michaela Blake's coming off back-to-back 35-point games for number 5 Vandy. So they square off with Tennessee. And then we finish with Olivia Miles and TCU in a top 20 showdown with Baylor. 3 fouls, by the way, on Sebastian Ronchik, so he goes back to the bench. Bangat Dak returns.
You know, Mercy Miller is a guy that kind of embodies a little bit of what Kelvin Sampson is doing in this program. Okay, player retention, player development. Okay, Mercy Miller, young man from Notre Dame High School in the Los Angeles area, continues to develop and get better as a player. 9 points at Kansas. Okay, but only 1 turnover in Big 12 play in 112 minutes. That's incredible numbers by Mercy Miller. But this Houston program, this is what they do. Kelvin Sampson, culture and development. That's how you get better. That's how you raise, get a top 5 program in today's college basketball environment.
A little more crock pot than air fryer here in Houston. Dak short, followed his own miss very athletically.
Yeah, and conversely, we talked to Coach Boyle about that today because he's playing so many freshmen. Most coaches are just diving in the portal right now. They want to get older. But Tad Boyle said during his tenure here at Colorado, the ways that they've been most successful is to develop players, sign freshmen, get them better, and then by the time they're juniors and seniors, then they have good teams and they're gonna compete. And that's what Tad Boyle is battling right now. If he can retain a majority of these young players on this Buffalo team, look for them to make a big jump next year in the Big 12 because the ability and the talent is there on the floor for this group.
Illegal screen set there by Colorado and Taco Ifeula. The lead 16 for number 5. 2 technical fouls in quick succession. He was hot over this, perhaps some other moments as well. An illegal screen called on Taco Ifeula, and then this from Tad Boyle. So there's the first, grabs the clipboard, barks out some more comments that you could lip read, and gets run.
So obviously the illegal screen is what set him off first. He felt that they're not getting a fair whistle at this point in the game. So now for Colorado, okay, Coach Mike Rohn, the associate head coach, will take over the coaching duties for the rest of this game. But more so about the play, you gotta get yourself composed. Okay, your coach is gone. Let's regroup, regather ourselves. Okay, let's continue to compete, play as hard as we can, and then lock back into the game plan.
Yeah, so you got Mike Rohn, who's been with Tad Boyle from day 1 in Boulder, year 16. Then on the right, of course, you've got Danny Manning with plenty of head coaching experience himself between Tulsa and Wake Forest.
Yeah, and right next to him also Bill Greer, who also was a head coach at University of San Diego and a longtime assistant under Mark Few at Gonzaga. So there's experience on this bench. Like, they're not going to lack for coaching knowledge and game planning as this game goes along. But right now, Colorado, for these last 3 minutes, okay, they have to play with a little bit more physicality, a little bit more urgency, and play a little bit tougher on both ends of the floor.
At one point, Colorado was up by 8 in the first 3 minutes of this game. It's been all Houston since. JoJo Tugler sets the screen for Flemings. Well defended by Johnson. Tugler takes himself to the cup. First points for JoJo Tugler. Barrington Hargress has 5 assists, only 1 turnover, but he hasn't scored yet on an average of 14 points per game. Dak flash to that spot you've been talking about for the Buffs. Dak underneath, gets the roll.
And there's the balance. That was a good job by Dak. He was almost like over pivoting because he doesn't play like super low to the ground, and that's part of just he has to gain a little bit more strength, but he composed himself and then was able to finish.
Cat got his weight up this year, 203 pounds. Uzan underneath in traffic.
They worked on that cut yesterday for about 10 minutes, just passing and cutting. That over-the-top late pass to the rim.
Late shot clock, Mercy Miller to contact and gets it to go.
Mercy Miller's a good player. Defensively, has obviously been excellent in this half, and then just showing some promise on the offensive end. That's the growth and development.
Miller averages 4 a game, and he's got 6 here in the first half. Inman, the shooter, around a screen. Can't knock it down. And the rebound to Miller. Fleming so dynamic, especially in the open court. Up top, Miller. Too strong. And a foul on the rebounding action. It goes against JoJo Tugler. And that's 3 on Tugler. Hey, tonight before Lakers and Warriors at 8:30 Eastern on ABC, we've got Ernie, Kenny, Charles, and Shaq to tip off coverage at 8. Then they're back at 11 to break it all down. We enjoyed talking with Kelvin Sampson about his NBA years. Of course, he's so close with Greg Popovich, who had a job waiting for him the same day things ended at Indiana.
Yeah, I talked to Coach Sampson because I've spent the last 8 years in the NBA, and it's just such a great learning place for the game of basketball. And so Coach Sampson, when he got let go by the Indiana Hoosiers, he said that day, he said he got fired at 11:30 a.m. And he said by that afternoon, he was hired by the Spurs. He said Greg Popovich is his best friend in the whole world in basketball. And I asked him, I said, what did you take away from your time in the NBA? You spent 6 years in the NBA. Okay, he says he learned a ton, and the person he said he actually learned the most from was Scott Skiles when he was an assistant coach. Scott Skiles was the head coach, Sampson the assistant coach for the Milwaukee Bucks. But he's like, I learned things like drop coverage or to ice ball screens. He goes, that's stuff I had seen, but I didn't really know how to teach it. And what I love about Kelvin Sampson, like, he had already had a ton of success as a college coach. Look at that bump right there.
Create a little space for Emmanuel Sharp.
But he didn't need to do that. But that's how you grow and evolve as a coach. And he's become a better coach since going to the NBA because he continued to learn and try to master his craft. And then player development, I've hit on that multiple times this half, but player development is such a big thing in the NBA, and you can see that carry over to the Houston Cougars program.
Illegal screen drawn there by Emmanuel Sharp.
And then little things like the first 10 seconds of the clock here, okay, 30-second shot clock in college, 24 in the NBA. But in the NBA, you go by 8-second increments, okay? Play in the first 8, then the middle 8, and then how do you manage the last 8 of the shot clock and get into offense? But he said Scott Skiles taught him so much.
Well, Kelvin Sampson's going to take a use it or lose it timeout with 10 ticks to go issue. So that's part of it, too, for Houston. Uzan and Sharp a little bit banged up recently. All right, final few seconds before halftime for the Cougars. Uzan for McCarty. Got it. Dynamite, clinical. First half from Houston. And that is a dominant 20 minutes of basketball.
That would excite me the most, looking at that graphic, if I was Coach Kelvin Sampson, is the 25 points and then 9 rebounds off the bench between Sacco, McCarty, and Miller. If they get anywhere near that production on a nightly basis, this team will be as dangerous as can be in March.
Flip side, Colorado trying to get a good start to this second half. If you're Mike Rohn, if you're the Colorado bench right now, what do you want to see these first 4 minutes of the second half?
I want to see us exert more physicality, okay, a little bit more toughness. Match what Houston is doing to them. We have to do it, doing to us, we have to do to them on each end of the floor.
Then got Dak led the way to the 11 in the first half for Colorado, and then Isaiah Johnson had 9. Barrington Hargis still scoreless in this game. Sebastian Rancic took it at Chris Sinak, and so there's some physicality. Rancic playing with 3 fouls. Draws one there on the freshman. So Sebastian Rancic to the line. 6'11" sophomore from Slovakia. 12 points per game, 6 rebounds per game. Took a nice step forward this year. Tad Boyle was telling us pregame the rebounding and the defense have been good here in the last few weeks, even when the shot making hasn't been there. And let's continue Miles Simon memory lane programming right now. Father Martin played at Iowa State and is on staff with the Chicago Bulls.
Yeah, and Coach Kelvin Sampson coached. Kelvin Sampson came to us yesterday during practice. He said, you know you're getting old when you start coaching against the Suns. He said, I coached against Branchik when he was at Iowa State, and his dad was a heck of a player.
Yeah. Yeah, we had some fun reminiscing with Kelvin Sampson about the Washington State days early in his time.
Mark Hendrickson, Isaac Fontaine, Dominic Ellison.
Sampson out on the Palouse. Now here in Houston with Tugler spinning for his second bucket. Colorado pushes. Didn't see a lot of that in the first half. Hargress trying to get in rhythm. The UC Riverside transfer. Nice spin move for two.
Really good by Hargress. He's a guy that'll need to score. He's a steady point guard. Best field goal percentage by a guard in the Big 12, so he's highly efficient. Mostly an assist guy for this team, though.
Way more efficient than he was at UC Riverside, and that's saying something because he was great there. Second leading scorer in the Big West last year at 20 points per game. Sharp cannon.
Really can't help off the ball side, and it was just a fraction of a second that he helped. But when you have Sharp, one of the best shooters in the gym, in your range or in your area, let the low man, meaning the guy nearest to the basket, take away the drive.
Houston's all-time leader in made threes as Dak goes over the back and commits a foul.
Well, Barrington Hargress, good job absorbing contact, gives a little crossover, gets some separation. Beautiful finish and touch in the paint. And then right here, Kingston Flemings, there's that burst, okay? Gets by, Sharp ready to shoot. Beautiful jump shot, knocks it down from the corner.
37% from three this year for Emmanuel Sharp.
Okay, and it's no, it's no secret that he's one of the best shooters, but I played against Sharp's dad, okay, in Israel. Okay, here's some more connections.
Please.
And Derek Sharp, he was one of the best EuroLeague players. Played for Maccabi Tel Aviv, one of the most elite organizations in all of Europe. And his dad was a great player for Maccabi. So I met his dad 25 years ago when I was living over there.
Late shot clock here for Tugler, who got by Dak with a blow-by. Tugler lost his wristband in the process, so Milos Uzan just picked it up and tossed it to him, coming back onto the defensive end. Rachi took the contact, and the baseline Jay's good.
Rachik's a good player, man. He's going to be a stud in this league in the next couple of years. Because as soon as his three-point shot gets to clicking, I think he can be 35 to 40% three-point shooter.
He's matched up with Sinak. And now Uzan. Tugler. Uzan. Drop off, Sinak lays it in. Pretty offense right there. That's exactly what Houston worked on yesterday.
Yeah, and so what they did yesterday is they would do their initial set. Okay, and then they're working on when things break down and it gets late in the clock. What do they go to? Houston goes to flashing Tugler to the top of the key, and then having cutters off of the big. That was excellent execution.
Hargress swirls one out and run down by Sinak. Mercy Miller saw the opening, corner kick, and now Uzan attacks. Uzan, fall away, no.
Johnson's got to be aggressive.
Right on cue, Isaiah Johnson all the way to the basket, and he's into double figures with 11 for the freshman.
Love that from him. Okay, had his eyes up the whole time, the ball handling, the pace in which he plays with.
The flash from Sinak. Elbow jumper's pure.
He has such a high release point. So you're already, with Sinak, you know, he's already standing there 6'11". It's almost like LaMarcus Aldridge.
Yes. Okay? I was going to say KG, but it's better.
So like Rick Barnes used to teach like LaMarcus Aldridge that high release point. Sinak has kind of that same thing. Look at that pass.
Pogo stick, Ben got Dak.
I mean, Isaiah Johnson threw that thing at about the top of the box, and Dak went up and got it.
13 for Ben got Dak.
And if I'm Buffalo, I'm like Colorado Buffalo fans, like I'm not discouraged by this, okay? Like you knew you were gonna run into a buzzsaw with the Cougars today, and there's that high release against soft touch. But you knew you were gonna run into a buzzsaw. Okay, Houston team, been off for 5 days, had lost 3 in a row. You know, they're hungry to get back out on the court. They're one of the best teams in the country. But what I love from Tad Boyle's team is like they're showing a lot of fight. They're showing more toughness here in the second half. But man, the progress and then the players that could potentially return to this program, they'll take a jump, I think, into the top half of the Big 12 next year.
Kelvin Sampson will take a timeout after the up and down action to begin this second half.
Well, here it is. You flash the big to the high post. Tugler comes and gets it. Because he's a shooter, he flashed over the top, and then the sweet drop off and the finish. This league calling games. You know, when you ask Tad Boyle, Kelvin Sampson, Tommy Lloyd, Kevin Young, doesn't matter. You ask them like, oh man, what's this game gonna be like? Oh, man, the Big 12 is tough, night in and night out. I mean, we just saw a great example of it. You and I were at BYU earlier this week, and UCF went in there and just demolished BYU on the road after BYU's coming off their best win of the year against Iowa State. It's night in and night out. It's such great competition, great coaching, great players in this league, and it really gets you, like, battle-tested for the NCAA tournament, I believe.
UCF was up by 36. On BYU, who, like you said, had just defeated Iowa State, as good a win as they have had. Johnny Dawkins ends up with a great win for the Knights, and that is life in the Big 12. Kingston Flemings spins one out. But yeah, you pick up this experience going up against the best teams in the league. Holland 2 and a foul. Nice drive by Jalen Holland in transition. We step out.
Where Melvin Council Jr. and Florida Badunga, both of them with 23 points. Got Fran Fraschilla on the call there. That's gonna be a great one to watch down in Tucson.
Yeah, with the great Boog Shabby, and then they're gonna stick around for Big Monday too. Kingston Flemings gets fouled and will go to the free throw line. Flemings has had a special freshman season. Rookie from San Antonio. When we talked with Kelvin Sampson yesterday, he absolutely raved about Flemings and Kingston's entire family.
Yeah, the stuff that he said about Flemings, the first non-like basketball related thing was character. Okay, that this kid is a high character guy. He's actually like a leader within this group. He has a high care factor. And then Emmanuel Sharp told us, he said he's one of the most humble people that he's ever been around. He said for a guy that knows he's going to the NBA, probably going to be a top 5 pick, he just loves being around this young man. And you watch like his game today, he doesn't force it. He takes what the game gives him night in and night out. 7 assists, 0 turnovers for Flemings tonight. Only 5 points. Just a balanced attack, but he's still playing both ends of the floor. He's not worried about scoring. He's taking what the defense gives him.
7 assists, no turnovers in this game for Kingston Flemings. Sebastian Ranchik fouled by Sharp. How do you think Fleming's game translates to the NBA next year?
Kingston Fleming?
Yep.
Depending on the team that he goes to, if you go to a more experienced team, then playing time could be a little bit more limited. But he's a guy, the strengths. Okay, he's 6'4". He can shoot the ball with range. He's a high IQ basketball player. He can play pick and roll already. He knows how to play like in transition, find his teammates. And then as he adds like more strength and his body matures, man, this very high ceiling for Kingston Flemings in the NBA and his future.
By the way, we got more Flemings on the way in college basketball. Younger sister Bella is a McDonald's All-American who's headed to play for Kara Lawson and Duke. And then Kelvin Sampson said the 2 other sisters might be even better than both Kingston and Bella.
I'd love to hear that. You think that house is competitive at all? Think they care about winning?
Isaiah Johnson between the legs. Nifty handle and finish from the lefty Johnson.
That was sweet right there. You want to talk about working out with pros? That's the stuff that you learn working out with the highest level of guys.
Colorado has shot 8 of 10 from the floor here out of halftime. They've outscored Houston by 4 since the break. Rancic didn't bite. High ball screen for Flemings. Shut off by Johnson. Got to the mid-range.
Okay, 2 things happened on that right there. It was pretty good defense from Johnson, but Flemings put his shoulder into him twice, and on the second one created enough separation at 15 feet as Rancic shows the range right there, but Flemings gets the separation after the second shoulder bump. That's called like a big shoulder activity. Seen a lot of that from like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander types, Jalen Brunson types.
2 again with the left shoulder from Flemings, carving out space and working on Johnson.
Well, look at this, the between the legs, the crossover, and then the sweet reverse finish. That is high-level shot making right there. And then watch the bump. There's one bump. Here's the second bump. There's the separation. Now 3 feet of separation is created by Flemings there. So when I talked to Chris Johnson, Isaiah's dad, developing the body. He's only 117 pounds. He's still only 18 years old. Not going to turn 19 till the summer. So still a young guy. Getting in the weight room, being able to get that upper body strength. So when guys do bump you like that, you're able to maintain your stance and hold your ground a little bit better.
Yeah, 170 for Isaiah Johnson. Tad Boyle says though he's got the mindset, the competitiveness to kind of overcome some of the physical limitations right now. And he and Flemings are both going to put on more weight going forward. Flemings listed at 190 to go with the 6'4" frame. First 8 minutes out of halftime, Houston by 23. Trying to get back in the win column and keep pace with a clump of 4 teams that are 2 games back of Arizona atop the Big 12. Pocket pass, Dak. Baseline spin short. Milos Uzan to the basket.
That's a nice move by Uzan, but Dak has gotten beat off the dribble a couple times because he stands straight up too much. He's got to get lower in his stance and be able to move his feet and slide a little bit better.
And then last touch by Khalifa Sacco. So it'll keep it at this end of the floor when we come back. Milos Uzan leads the way with a game-high 18 for Houston.
Just a little bit too easy. The handle, his coaching mind, but he's a great developer of people, and he's someone you want to be around, and he's so well respected, you know, within the basketball coaching community, how much he gives back, not only to his players, his former players, but to all the guys that have worked under him over those years.
I say I loved it so much because, man, he coached him tough. As Dak was looking for a poster on Sacco. He'll coach him tough now, but he will love on his players too. And you kind of see all of that within a couple of hours around the program.
That part right there. When players know that you care, okay, off the court about them personally and their growth and their development, you can coach them as hard as you want because they know it's coming from a good place. You know, they know it's coming from a place of love, and that he just wants to see you get better as a person and a player. And what's interesting right now, like I'm watching his body language right now. He's up 25, and he doesn't look happy because they gave up a backdoor off a baseline out of bounds.
And got Dak though misses both and couldn't pay it off.
But I think the thing that, like, as a coach, when you're seeing that and that happens, he's thinking about like the next time that happens in a 2-point game at the Big 12 tournament, you know, in the semifinals.
He just got teed up 25, and he almost got a second. Sharing his thoughts on the proceedings with Tommy Johnson. So he saw contact, I think, between Jalen Holland and JoJo Tugler. They wanted a foul on 11 in gray. And he's quotable, too. can assure you there's something humorous shared in there. Up 25, you get team. And then dangerously close to having 0 head coaches for the remainder of the game.
That would be a first.
If you're just joining us, Tad Boyle got tossed from this game for 2 techs with a little over 3 minutes left in the first half.
By the way, Kelvin Sampson's shoe game, I know they're a Jordan brand company, but he's rocking the Jordan 11 B Reds today. Those are sick, by the way. With the patent leather.
You would know.
Yeah, one of the best Jordans that has ever come out.
Noted shoe guy, Miles Simon. Late shot clock for Milos Uzan and the Cougars. Uzan behind the back. Finds the cutting Miller, gotta get it up. He does, no good. And the rebound down to Josiah Sanders. Isaiah Johnson pushes. See if Colorado can make a run, and Sanders got fouled.
Well, Colorado just playing with a little bit more force and pace in the second half. Johnson pushing the pace there. Sanders following up that play.
Left-hand Tugler.
But when you play aggressive, good things happen, whether it's a foul or not. Keep attacking, keep trying to touch the paint.
They've assessed the foul to Emmanuel Sharp, so that's 3 on Sharp. Kirstenak, who's playing with 4 fouls in the ball game as well. So Sanders at the line, freshman from Denver. Had a dozen in their win against TCU in early February. And Sanders is good on both. So Colorado's outscored Houston by 5 since halftime. They're down by as many as 29 in the first 5 minutes of this second half. Kingston Fleming's back into the game. Corner kick, Uzan. Yes, sir.
Uzan pays it off, but that was Kingston Flemings and Chris Sinak that got him the shot. Flemings by touching the paint, Sinak by setting the flare screen to seal the defender in.
Uzan's got 21. Offensive foul, Sebastian Rancic pushing off on JoJo Tugler, and that's 4 on Rancic.
Well, here's Flemings, okay, navigating the pick and roll right there. The patience, uses his body, uses his size, and then Sinak just screening in. That's beautiful offense right there by the Cougars.
So let's zoom out. Houston wanted the offense to look a little bit different today. Now, it's not the top 15 opponents they just ran through, but how's the offense look to your eyes?
Yeah, and it doesn't matter the opponent. So what coach will say, we're competing against ourselves. So how can we get better? There he tries to split. Good defense by the Buffaloes.
Johnson poked it away and lays it in.
But it's looked a lot better. It's cleaner. The spacing is better. The ball movement is better. Okay, the 0.5 decision making has been at a high level. So it's all the things that you can ask for if you're the Cougars coaching staff. And you're doing it with your leading scorer in Flemings only having 9 points, but he has eight assists.
Tugler got bumped and fouled by Sanders. And only 4 turnovers for Houston. They had 2 turnovers for the first 25 minutes of this game. It's still only 4 in total. Well, how the offense has looked numerically. Those 3 games, Iowa State, Arizona, and Kansas, compared to today. We love that offensive rebounding at the bottom. They call them tip-outs. They want 25 tip-outs. Doesn't mean 25 offensive rebounds, but they want to get their hands on 25 basketballs and tip them out to give their guards a chance at an offensive rebound.
Yeah, and they did a great drill in practice where it was just working on like offensive rebounding. Some people, it's ingrained in them to just naturally aggressive, but some guys you have to teach to offensive rebound. But they did this great drill, just like it was a pass and then a shot drill, and then the guy that made the pass had to follow it up and try to go tip dunk it or tip the ball back in. So it's just teaching these skills over and over. Then it becomes ingrained into you and second nature as a player.
Here's a skip from Johnson to Ian Inman. He's got 25 family and friends here back home watching him. Alana McKaylee, left-hand drive, no. Flemings attacks. Sharp extra pass, Uzan. Got it!
There's the spacing I was talking about. Flemings keeps it the perfect amount of time to draw the first defender. Sharp is on the wing, and then Uzan is in the corner, all 15 to 18 feet apart.
Johnson met by Sharp. McKaylee in the face-up. Spinning on Tugler. No. Sanders hard fall. Going up for the offensive rebound. Hopefully Josiah Sanders is all right. Good to see him rise to his feet. That dude plays hard.
Sanders is given excellent minutes. Look at him crashing the glass right here and going up between 3 Cougars and just gets caught off balance right there.
Approaching 8.5 to go here in Houston. Flemings. Tugler off the bounce. JoJo Tugler gets fouled by McKaylee. Hey, the 16th annual WWE Elimination Chamber is tonight. You can stream it exclusively with the ESPN Unlimited plan, live or on demand using the ESPN app. And you can sign up or log in with your TV provider to unlock your access with coverage starting at 7 Eastern and spots in the men's and women's championship matches at WrestleMania 42 on the line.
You're a wrestling guy?
For the company I am, if I'm being honest, I'm not. You? But I'm going to be locked in tonight. Coming to you from the United Center in Chicago.
That was hilarious.
That's what I got to watch on the flight home.
There you go. I'm more of like a Hulk Hogan, Iron Sheik, Andre the Giant. That was my time growing up.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I know them all. JoJo Tugler, good on both at the line. He's in the double figures with 10. Hargress. Working on Fleming's tough take for Barrington Hargress.
Good physical play by Hargress. That time, the patience in the pick and roll, because they did the hard show and hedge, but he kept it until the Houston defender got out and then was able to get to the rim.
Milos Uzan comes up to get it. He's got 24 points, 6 assists, no turnovers, and 5 of 6 from 3. Late shot clock. Tugler off the bounce. And a foul on the floor. No continuation as Bengat Dak gets saddled with a foul. And we go lights out here in Houston.
Here's the fast break.
Very much a part of 8 ACC teams projected in by Joe Lunardi. 11 in the SEC, 9 in the Big Ten, and 8 here, including Kelvin Sampson's team in the Big 12. Yeah, what a showing for UConn. Alex Caravan on senior day has 21 of those 58. And Seton Hall, who missed all 18 of its threes its last time out against Georgetown, as Malcolm told you, with 9 threes.
And how about UConn coming off that trouncing of St. John's? I mean, it's a big game for UConn because they are tied with St. John's at the top of those Big East standings. So if they want to continue to try to share that Big East championship, obviously a must win.
Tugler had it roll off. We've got inside of 8 minutes to go here in Houston. He's Miles Simon. I'm Mike Monaco, our entire crew with you.
And by the way, have I been calling you the wrong name? Because I just heard Cash Money Mike.
Whatever you do not repeat that.
Okay. All right. I just want
from your memory.
All right. Because I wasn't sure. We've been hanging out a lot late, and I had not heard that one yet.
Let's keep it that way. Hargress pulls. Can't hit. Too strong. And Fleming soared for the rebound. Sharp wants it in transition. Gets it in transition. And got wrapped up by Barrington Hargress.
I love what Emmanuel Sharp did right there. So instead, the other possessions, he had stopped behind the three-point line. And this caused that, in this case, he continues to run the floor, gets the ball delivered perfectly by Flemings, and then takes it up through the contact.
How much did we enjoy talking with Emmanuel Sharp yesterday?
He was awesome.
He said, I needed toughness when I came to this program. He said, in high school, I was all offense. I didn't play a lick of defense. And he said he thought he knew what playing hard was until he got here. and he thought he knew what being a good practice player was. Well, he's grown so much over his 5 years here.
Yeah, and what the funny thing is, he was coached by his dad in high school. And like I said, I know his dad. His dad was an excellent offensive player, so he let his son hoop, and it helped him to get here to the University of Houston. And then Kelvin Sampson has just enhanced his weaknesses, to say.
Dak missed it. Uzan the rebound. Yeah, Manuel can tell you, Dad was a 46% three-point shooter. Derek could let it fly. 18 years playing in Israel, like you mentioned earlier. JoJo Tugler on the block. Missed it. Hargis runs it down. Hargis, lob. Dak a little bit too tall, if there is such a thing for him. Flemings navigates. Strong finish, swirls home, but Kingston Flemings is down on the baseline. Comes up hobbling, favoring his left leg. Probably about the time you don't need to see him again.
Yeah, you love that Flemings pushed the pace right there, finishes through contact. But right now, like if you're Houston, you want to get out of this. You're up 31 points. You've done everything that you've needed to do. Bouncing back after that 3-game losing streak, you want to come out of this game healthy.
Saw the all-around line for Flemings. 11 points, 6 rebounds, 8 assists, 1 turnover. Holland, though, rebound down to McCarty. So it's Uzan, Miller, Sharp, McCarty, and Tugler, the 5 on the floor for the Cougars. Uzan wants a 3. Around and out, and a battle on the boards. And a foul goes against Colorado, forced by the activity of Mercy Miller.
Man, these guys crash that glass relentlessly. It is a fun thing to see. And it doesn't matter if it's the point guard or a wing or the bigs. They're going to the glass.
You mentioned how a coach will still find things in a 30-point game like this. And because it comes back to some of the other moments of the season, I mean, they're still talking about a missed blockout late in the game against Iowa State, and that drives them and fuels them when they work on offensive rebounding.
Yeah, when Taman Lipsey got that basketball, because it took away a chance for them to try to tie or win that game. And Coach Sampson, he's obviously been in thousands of games. He knows that in the Big 12 tournament, in the NCAA tournament, it's going to come down to gathering a defensive rebound or getting an offensive rebound or getting a stop at the most crucial time. And those are great teaching points.
14 turnover by Colorado. Sharp. Straight on. Yes! Manuel Sharp for 3, and Houston hunting 100 with 5.5 to go. They've got 10 made threes. They've shot 59% from the floor, and they've only turned it over 4 times the whole afternoon. Johnson spinning, crafty, right hand high finish. That is gorgeous.
Come on, that's beautiful basketball right there. That's tough one-on-one. The spin move and then finishing with the right hand high off the glass. 18 years old.
Babyface killer.
Yeah, he really is.
19 for Isaiah Johnson. Uzan around Johnson to the basket. And Milos Uzan has matched a career high with 26 today.
So conversely, what he has to improve on, moving his feet, becoming a better on-ball defender. Things can't be that easy for a guy to just blow by you.
Holland couldn't stroke it. And this basketball will stay at this end of the floor, they say, with Colorado.
Okay, here's the individual skill work right there. Left hand, drive, they shut you off. Now you have your counter when you come back. Okay, that's good job by McCarty of shielding him off. And then Johnson does a good job of using his body, his left arm and shoulder, keeping the defender away, and then finishing with his right hand.
So here we go. Kelvin Sampson is going to send this to video review. I think he's right. Call on the court was that it was touched by Houston, going to stay with Colorado. Kingston Flemings was saying, no, we're not going to challenge this in a 36-point game. But then Kelvin Sampson said, hang on, I want to. And in the end, he did call it off. So it will be Colorado basketball. Some laughter over there on the Houston bench. 4.5 to go, and Houston up big on Colorado. A trap on Hargress. 6 to shoot. Inman spots up. And Sharp goes up for the rebound. Tugler was running the floor, and he gets rewarded and draws a foul on Ian Inman. Jalen Holland was in some discomfort. He's going to check out and go to the Buffs bench. He's kind of hunched over there after the foul on Inman. So Tugler at the line, reigning Big 12 Defensive Player of the Year.
And he's the guy, if you want to make a big run in the tournament. Okay, Kingston Flemings, we know he's really good. We know Sharp and Uzan, what they're going to bring to the table. But Tugler, the big guy's got to do so much dirty work. Okay, defensive end, he's got to control the glass. He's got to be like the captain of the defense, like the most vocal guy, because of teams running pick and rolls or DHOs, and you got to get all the way out to half court. Then you got to rebound. Then you got an offensive rebound. You have to do all these little things. And JoJo Tugler, he's built for all of that. Okay, there he goes to help. I know that McCarty gets the block there, but Tugler, really, if they want to go deep run and play for that national championship, look what he did right there. Play rim to rim. Okay, he was in the paint, played 94 feet. And then he comes and hedges a ball screen again and gets back to the paint and gets his hand on the ball. As important of a piece as anything to this Cougar team.
Emptying the gas tank as Houston hits 100. 3 years in the Big 12, their second time. And Houston at the start of the day would be the 3 seed, the way tiebreakers are, but that's certainly subject to change with these last 3 games of regular season action. So Houston with 100 for the second time in Big 12 play in 3 years in this conference. By the way, if you're looking for that Louisville-Clemson game with RJ Godfrey, it'll get started if we go long on ESPN News. Houston to the deck for the loose ball with Isaiah Harwell into the game, another very talented freshman, one in the white, who was 14th in our ESPN 100. Cedric Lott has come into the game back up big, who's got it on the block. Lott going to work, shuffled the feet, and Dak gets the block.
Great job by Dak, just holding his ground as best as he could, and then the timing on the block shot.
Felix Caceres playing for Colorado. Baseline drive, nicely done by Caceres. He was a starter for much of this season for Tad Boyle.
I like what Colorado's cooking in Boulder. Like I said, I think this team's going to be very good and take a huge jump with the way Tad Boyle and his staff can develop and the talent on this roster.
Hey, Saturday Hoops Mania rolls on tonight on ESPN and the app. Number 17, Alabama, goes up against number 22, Tennessee, 6 Eastern. That's followed by another one in the SEC. Darius Acuff averaging 22 a game for Arkansas, going up against Florida to top the conference. And then we cap the night with number 9, Gonzaga, and St. Mary's one last time in the West Coast Conference. How about this Houston team, big picture? You were telling me during the break, they kind of remind you of your 97 national championship team.
Yeah, I've kind of been holding this just until I got to see Houston in person. But big things, they're led by the 3 guards, okay? Uzan, Sharp, Flemings, okay? Simon, Bibby, Dickerson. Great freshman guard, Mike Bibby, Kingston Flemings. So those 3 guys, they can all score, they can all handle the ball. They're super unselfish, they can defend. Okay, now they're bigs, and Sinak is probably a little bit more skilled than maybe the bigs that we have, but they do the dirty work. Tugler and Sinak are A.J. Bramlett and Bennett Davison. And then Mercy Miller, this guy handling the ball. This is Jason Terry off the bench. Okay, handles the ball, good athlete, can shoot threes, and an excellent defender. So like this, now that I've seen them in person, they really do remind me of my 97 championship team.
Trying to be the team to get it done for Houston. Out in transition, Caceres had it blocked. Houston's got 7 in double figures here today. Harwell drives, and he gets wrapped up and fouled by Ifeolu. 7 in double figures. Uzan with 26, Tugler with 14, Sinak with a dozen, Flemings with 11, and then 3 guys off the bench with 10. You got Sharp, a starter with 10, McCarty and Miller with 10 as well. Impressive offensive performance today from the Cougars. So the rest of the road for Houston in the regular season. They're going to finish the regular season Wednesday against Baylor here on ESPN2 for their home slate. And then Saturday, they're at Oklahoma State. So you don't have a ranked team remaining. The goal will be get those last 3 for Kelvin Sampson.
Yeah, the Baylor team, they're fun to watch. I know they haven't had the season that they've anticipated, but Tunde Yesufu, one of the best freshmen in the country, and Cameron Carr, man, he's been really good in the Big 12. 6'5", 6'6" athlete that can really shoot the basketball.
Good block there by Cedric Lott on Josiah Sanders. Meantime for Colorado, they have a trip to Utah on Tuesday, and then next Saturday they're at home against number 2 Arizona right here on ESPN2. We hit the final minute from Fertitta Center. And they're going to say that's last touch by Houston. It goes back to Colorado. Again, coming up next, we've got number 24 Louisville at Clemson, so don't go anywhere. That's a Clemson team that started 10-1 in the ACC. And a Louisville squad coming off a real tight 3-point loss on Big Monday in Chapel Hill against the number 18 Tar Heels. You get to watch another outstanding freshman guard in Michael Brown, who went for 24 against Carolina on Monday. Sanders rejected on the drive. And just a 3-second difference between game and shot clocks here at the end.
Well, the great Mike Monaco, or Cash Money Mike, as he's known to his close friends. Impressive performance by the Cougars. Kelvin Sampson's team back on track. It's a program that hangs their hat on the defensive end. That was as impressive of a defensive performance as I've seen in the Big 12. And then the offense, with the work in the last few days, was clicking, the spacing, the timing, the cutting, and then the shot making was all at a high level.
Back into the win column for the number 5 team in the country. They put 7 in double figures for the first time since 2005. And they put up 100+ for the second time in league play in these 3 years in the Big 12. For the great Miles Simon, like Monaco saying so long, and our excellent crew behind the scenes led by Matt Bartley and Ed Curran. Coming up next, it's Louisville at Clemson. So let's get